All right. So today, just this is Porgy, by the way, for people that don't know me. How you doing? I kind of do the workshops, um, working on some arcades. I do arcade restoration, arcade building, virtual pinballs, real pinball machines, as you can see behind me. And figured give people just kind of a different look here of kind of seeing how some restoration stuff goes here. I'm working on a Miss Pac-Man Galaga for a client, and then I'm actually gonna be putting some graphics on a Simpsons cabinet for myself. So that's the next build. That's the next restoration project I'm doing. I just finished up a Rampage and a Turtles recently, so this will just kind of add to the collection. The Miss Pac-Man Galaga is for a client. Actually, it was mine, and um, I had to sell it because I'm running out of room. So let's put on a little music here. Trust me, I can't wait to move. Uh, Once we get through the wedding, me and my fiance, we're planning on building a house. That's the next step. So what I'm doing right now is this is called citrus strip. Anytime you actually have a cabinet where you pull some old graphics off and it leaves some residue, that sticky residue, you put on this citrus strip stuff. All you gotta do is leave it on for about 30 seconds to a minute once you apply it all over it, and take a little scraper, and it'll take up every bit of that residue off the cabinet. You leave it on longer than that, it'll start eating through whatever else was there. If there was any kind of graphics under it, like if there was like layered graphics or some paint under it, it'll eat through the paint. So luckily, this is a melamine cabinet, so it won't eat through this stuff, but it'll take up this stuff pretty easily. Oh my god, yeah, it's awesome. Hey, good grief! You see the Mando? I don't know if you see the Mando in the background. It's playing good. I had one issue with it with the Mando head where I was catching the ball, but it was just the wire, the gate was kind of a little wonky. I just had to give it a little tug, and it's good to go now. Yeah, it's working good now though. That's the thing. People buy these games and they don't realize they sometimes even new need a little bit of tweaking. They're not always just perfect out of the box. All right, I need a little more of this stuff. Normally I do this stuff in my garage, but it's freaking 18 degrees out right now. So I'm not doing that. I'm okay just bringing them down here and working on them. Check this guy out. I don't want this thing to get ruined by a citrus strip. Bring this trash can over. There you go. Yeah, that's an expensive pin too. Big Lebowski, those things are going for like minimum almost like 15 grand, I think, or even might be a little less than that, or maybe more right now, because this right now everything's up even higher than it was during COVID. People are selling things for like I think the Mando, even the Mando Premium, people are listing them right now for like 15 grand. It's crazy. It makes you almost want to sell if you have them laying around. I use alcohol, not acetone. I'll use alcohol. I want to make sure there's no residue. But yeah, acetone works good too. I just don't have any, so alcohol usually is my go-to when I don't have acetone laying around. There we go. So now I can actually take I have a alcohol spray bottle that I'll take care of it real quick. Came off good. This whole thing was like one big sticky mess. It was when I pulled the old sticker off, it was really faded, and it just wasn't really doing this cabinet justice because all the other graphics is actually really good on the cabinet. And I replaced the control panel because the control panel was the other part that wasn't looking too great, but I got that done, and I've been kind of neglecting getting this bottom piece done, working on my own projects, and this thing's going out on Monday, so. I'm going to be doing that from going forward. I'll be just going to Home Depot and buying that black laminate for my V pins and putting that on. It really adds a nice layer, in my opinion. Although I've never cut this stuff yet, so I don't know how that's going to work. It's good. All right. Good grief. I'm not sure if you ever use this stuff. Rapid Tech. This stuff is awesome. It cleans your surface really, really good. And also is good to put under your vinyl if you're doing like a wet apply. I'll lay this stuff down, wet apply, and then once it dries up, once you know, squeegee it and do all that good stuff, this stuff really does wonders. My graphics never come back up. All right, start applying here. I'll let that dry. It's called Rapid Tech Cleaner and Application Fluid. It's good stuff. And I pretty much use it on everything. Every time I apply any type of stickers, I use it. Let's see here. The other thing I'll do, especially with something like this that has a hole in it in the center, where the graphics can kind of sag, is I put a light under it so I could see my graphics, make sure that everything lines up with the cutout. So when you go to put your your Coindora back in, it doesn't look all wonky because it wasn't lined up properly. Let's get it. All right, let's do this. right, make sure you have the graphics turned on. A little more sticky tack here. It's like a perfect cut, so it's a little finicky here because it has to fit perfectly in these grooves here. There we go. Just depends on how much you put down. I mean, you can put a lot down, and then I usually use a heat gun just to kind of seal everything together. But you got to work all that out. So whatever you put down, you got to kind of get out for the most part, and then use the your dryer, your blower to kind of get the rest of it done on any spots that you might have, just so it's flat. All right, let's see if I can peel this out. The like 2 layers on this piece for some reason. I have to use my big blade here. Yeah, that's good. We need to heat it first. It's still a little bit. What do you mean? What do you mean? What kind of graphics I usually go? Depends on the cabinet. Like some cabinets, I'll use matted. Some, especially if you're doing a control panel, use polycarb. If it's a control panel has a Lexan on it, you don't need that. You could just do a regular, glossy finish. Just depends on what you're working with. I try to stick to as original as I can. That way, it looks close to the way the cabinet looked when it was completely made. However many years ago. Like with the Simpsons cabinet, I went with a matted finish, where the Turtles cabinet I went with um, a glossy. Hey Google, turn off arcade.
Okay, turning 3 outlets off.
There we go. So now I get to work the bubbles out. There's a couple, like 2 or 3 here. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I found them. They're like, but they're expensive, man. They're like $80 for a roll. But if it gives you a finished look instead of having to go find somewhere to buy a laminated birch, it's kind of a win for me, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist here. All right. Where? Yeah, I don't buy the plywood from Home Depot anymore. I did that for, I think it was my second build, and I found that same thing you're seeing. I couldn't find a good quality wood there. It was all really kind of junk, to be honest with you. So it was nice to. Actually, Lowe's every once in a while, Lowe's will have good wood. Not every day, but every once in a while they do well. You just got to go every couple weeks or something and just check it out. See what they have. Let's see here. Need my small. There we go. So we gotta do this stuff for fun. Tell you what, this hobby is very rewarding, but it's also very frustrating. I can't tell you how many times I get irritated with this stuff because things don't always go your way. They almost never go your way. So it's always like you're fighting something in a build. Uh, I can't tell you how many times this happened to me. Oh, that's so frustrating, isn't it? You'll like the Potar. It really has no jitter in it. I mean, I've had no issues with that thing. It's kind of crazy. So I really like it. Let's see if I can get this thing on top. Yeah, I don't think I have to look. I don't think the Kale Shield actually needs any direct power like the Rigmaster. I know it needs. I think it only needs 12 volt for something. I think it's just to power the board itself. I've been looking at those Rigmasters more lately, so I haven't seen a Kale Shield. I have a Kale Shield actually in my build, which I actually like having that. Honestly, I like the Kale Shield. All right. All right. That turned out good. It's nice and bright. The old graphics were pretty faded. Believe it or not, this cabinet only has like some kind of ridiculously low plays on it. A guy bought it for his family, never really used it, so it sat in his what's it called forever, his shed, and then he finally sold it. So it's pretty crazy. All right. All right, get these harnesses hooked back up. Oh. Okay. Coin counter. Luckily, this cabinet's already been pre-wired. It's like I said, it's a good cabinet, already kind of ready to go. So not too hard to configure. The hardest thing is the is these old CRTs. That's what's going to be a pain in the butt. I have a rebuilt monitor though. Yeah. Hey. All right. No, they're picking it up. Actually, I sold the Galaga. I sold the Donkey Kong Jr., which is right there, and the Mario Brothers. These are all going and making room. I'm building a custom reproduction Tato cabinet for Elevator Action. If you ever played that game, that was my jam growing up. So that's my next reproduction I'm going to do. And I have two cabinets I bought that are in need to be restored. One's off-road trucking. It's a midway stand-up racer, and then used I have a donor cab. That's like a golfing cab that has a good screen in it. That'll be for the elevator action. So, let's see, I gotta pick up a monitor here. Hang tight. So this board is bad. It's coming out. I need to make sure this monitor's decharged though. Let's decharge the monitor. All right, let's pull this forward. Always ground yourself on this. This thing can kill you. All right. I gotta find the right tool for this guy. Hmm. Yeah, I don't even chance it with these things. These things are so scary. These tubes are no joke, man. I need to find my drill. How funny. Can't you see? Maybe this was the right size. Nope. Holy cow. So this guy will get sent in for repair. But I do have another one. Wow. All right. All right. I think I ate up enough of the stream for today. So till next time, guys. Next stream I'll do, we'll probably start working on the Simpson cabinet and get it rocking out. So thanks everyone stopping by. Appreciate you guys.